morning, friends. This is Rajbhat, and welcome to the BISP Solutions. Today, we will be diving into the core our budgeting and the planning process. By the end of this session, you will be able to confidently navigate data forms and use their powerful features to streamline your work. So, what we will discuss today and what is our plan, we will just write it on the notepad. So firstly, we will understand that what is data form exactly. What is data form exactly? And then we will throw some light on its importance, like importance of data form in planning application. We will also see that what are the different features of the data form. Features of data form. We will also, at last, we will also validate as well as implement the business rule on the data form through the various data. Running business rule through data form. Data form. So this is our plan today, and we will discuss these all steps. So we will start with the first thing, that is, what is data form exactly? So think of it as a smart web-based spreadsheet. It is the primary interface in Oracle PBCS where we enter and view and analyze our planning and budget data. So unlike a regular Excel file, a data form is a structured environment. It is a designed to ensure data consistency. It improves efficiency and maintain the integrity of our financial data. So now let's talk about the importance of data form. So why do we use it? So first importance is like it standardized data collection. So main thing is that data forms eliminate the chaos of collecting data from various spreadsheets. They provide a single consistent template for everyone to use, ensuring that all data is entered in the same format and structure. This prevents errors and makes consolidation a seamless process. So first of all, I will take you to the instance and we will see that what the data form is. So we are going to the application and we will see here that how the data forms looks. So how we'll go to the data form? So absolutely in front of your face you can see the interface. So you have to go to the navigator flow, and under the create and manage we have the several options like action menus, alias table, dimension and the forms. So simply we have to click on the forms. Yesterday we have thrown some light on the data form, that yesterday we have loaded the data through data form. So in that also I have just mentioned that how we can reach the data form and how we can make the correct data form and we can load the data through data form. So here you can see the icon, the plus icon is here. So if you want to create the data form you have to click on this side. Even under the data you will find the different data forms. So if we want to open the data form, that whatever the data form we have created, so far. So just go to the data, and under the data we have the several and different type of data form. Because here we have not created the data form, that's why it is not coming. Otherwise it could have been there. So we were in the importance of data form. So the another importance of data form, it streamlined the efficiency. Imagine having to manually consolidate hundreds of spreadsheets, and data form do away with that. Data entered into a form is instantly saved to the central database, making it available for reporting and analysis in real time. So this is dramatically reduces the time and the effort required for the planning cycle. So the last thing, the importance that we have to discuss, it is security and access control. So data forms allows you to administrators to control who can see and edit what. So you will only have the access to the forms and the data that you have been granted permission to view and modify. So this ensures that sensitivity and financial information is kept secure. Even the last thing, the last importance we have to discuss, because it is very much important. So it's works in the auditability and transparency. So because of all data entry happens in a single structured environment, it is easier to track changes. You can see who enters the data and when they entered it, and even add comments and annotations to the explain why that behind the numbers, which is crucial for auditing and the transparency. So these are not just nice to have features, they are foundational to a successful planning and budgeting process. They transform a complex manual process into a streamlined, secure, and accurate ones. So, first of all, we will create the data form. We'll go to the data, and under the create and manage, we will open the forms, and we will click on this plus icon. I think some issue is occurring, that's why it is not showing the form, the layout. So again we can refresh this instance so that we can see the nice application in front of our face. Yeah, so again we will go to navigator flow and we will click the forms. Yeah, so just click on the plus icon, and now you can see the interface, the layout, other options, business rules, as well as the option of smart push is also there. So let's give some name to this form. So we will name add an cash. Rather we will go for the revenue cycle. So we will give it the name that revenue actuals. Even you can also give some description to this form, but it is the optional thing to it. Under the queue we have selected the plan one queue, because all the information and the metadata that we have loaded, it is totally under the plan one queue. Otherwise we also have a different cubes like plan 2, plan 3, and we also have an ASO queue, but we will use the specifically ASO queue for dashboard and reporting. So we have the two options here, that is next and the cancel. So we will click on the next option, and you will see the beautiful layout is there. And under the POV we have the different dimensions, that is HSP view, as well as the scenario, entity, period, year, version, and the product. If we will just talk about the rows and the columns, we have the empty cells under it. So we have to simply drag and drop here So what we will drag and drop, so first we will start with account dimension. We will drag it and we will just drop it under the rows. For the entity uh, as concerned, so we will select the members under the entity, but still we will just drag the entity and we will just drop it down to the columns. Yeah, so we have very well selected the correct account as well as under the rows and also the entity under the columns. So what we have to select here, so under the period we will select the child members property and POV. So under the period we have the year total. Just drill this down, and under the quarter one we have three months, that is Jan, Feb and March. So here we will select the Jan month and just add it and click on the OK. As far year is concerned, we have 24, so FY24. So just simply add it and click on the OK. Under the version we have the different versions. These versions are sandboxes, working, what if, most likely, best case, worst case and prior forecast. So here we will simply select the working version and we will just add it to the version dimension. Under the HSP view, it has been already selected the base data, so it is the default selection that has been done by the instance. We have to select the rest child members for the scenario as well as the product dimension. So we will go to edit it here, and under the scenario we have also the different options as well as the parents member. So these are the current, variance and variance comments, no scenario, actuals, plan, adjust plan, reverse plan, and different options as well as the members are there. But here we are loading the data for the actuals, so that's why here we will use the actual ones. So you have to select each scenario as per your requirement. Whatever the requirement is there, whatever your management has told you, so you have to select the data form. You have to keep the data form according to the requirement, because if we will go to the random solution, so absolutely it will create the chance of chaos. So that's why we have to keep in mind that whatever the members we are selecting, so it should be perfect and it should be appropriate as per the data form rule. So for the POV as concerned, we have selected all the child members for the different dimensions. So now we will go to the rows, and under the rows we have selected the account dimension, and here you can see the icon is there of arrow. You have to click it, and here you will see the four options are here, that is edit, exclude, exclude all and the clear. So as we are adding the children's member, so that's why we have to click simply on the edit. So under the account we have the different dimensions member, that is statistics, all accounts, cash flow hierarchies, ratios, miscellaneous expenses and the profit and loss. So here we will simply click on the all accounts. So under the all accounts we have the two members, that is balance sheet and the net income. Because we have taken the revenue actual, so we will go to the net income. We will just drill this option, and under it we have the different options. You can see the gross profit is here. The 4001 nod is for the total revenue. So here we will select the descendant inclusive, as I have also discussed earlier, that if we will use the descendants inclusive, so absolutely whatever the parents member we are taking, so it will also take all the child members of that parent member. So I want all the child members of that parent, so that's why I will select on the descendants inclusive and I will add it here. I will simply click on OK, and here for the entity as concerned we will again follow the same steps to edit the things. So here we will go for the total entity. Under that we have the total departments, and we have at several members under a total department, that is resources, other corporate, total sales regions, manufacturing, other departments, finance and accounting. So here we will select the node 100, that is resources, and here you can see the different resources are there: facilities resources, west region resources, east region, and the machine resources. So here we will select one of them. So I'm going for the west region resources. You can select any one of them when you will do the practice. So the output would be the same for it. It's all about the entity for which, for which data we are loading the things, and for which different steps we are doing, as well as we are input the data under it. Okay, so add it here. Here you can see the 111 node is there, and the west region resources is visible in front of our eyes, and we will click on the OKs. So all the members we have selected in the data form. Now we can preview this whether we have selected the members correctly or not. Let's preview this form. We have the option, several options there: save as, previous, next, cancel, finish, and the preview. Simply we will just preview it. Okay, here uh, I think uh, one member has been missed out, that is product. We have not selected the product, that's why it is not giving me the dirty cells to enter any data. So let's also select the product dimension, and here we will select the dimension member product. So under the product we have several members. So we will take it as in P not 100, and we will add it here. We will click on the OK, and now we have selected the product dimension. Now again preview it. Now it has enabled the dirty cells to input the data. Okay, here we can find out the form whatever we have created. Let's go to the home page and click on the data. I think we have not saved the form, so I think we have to click it again. Go to the home page. Actually we have not saved that form. So again we have to make that form, unfortunately, because we haven't saved it. This time we will save it. It was revenue actuals. Just go to the next. We are following the same steps because whatever the form we are creating, that we have not saved it, so that's why it was not visible on the data. Again, unfortunately we have to create it. Selecting here the period, going to the year total, and under the year we have all years, FY24, and under the version we have selected the working version, and then under the scenario, whatever the scenario we have selected in the previous forms, we will select the same thing here, and we will just click it to the add. Now just go to the product. Under the total product we have different members, so here we are selecting P000, and we will just click on the OK. For the rows specifically, we have the accounts, and we have the four options that we have discussed earlier, that is added, exclude all, and the clear. We will simply click on the added option. We have the several members, so we will go to the all accounts option, under which we have the balance sheet and the net income. As we have just given the name the revenue actual, so we are bound to select the revenue, total revenue children members. So we will see its actual and we will put some data on it. Just drill it down. Under the gross profit, we have the total revenue and cost of goods sold. So 4001 is specifically for the total revenue. So the different sources of revenue for the organization that we have, it is hardware, consulting, IT solutions, and the different sources are there. As we have discussed, we will select here the descendant inclusive, and we will, as we have already added it, just remove it. Just click on OK. As for entity as concerned, so we will click on the edit, and under the total entity we have the total department. Under the resources, we have the several resources like facilities, west, east. So here I am going for the west region resources. Click on it and edit. Okay, then this time we will preview it and we will also save it. Yeah, so the instance has enabled the dirty cells for us to input the data, and just simply we will click on the save button. Yeah, now it is showing the form has been saved, and just click on the OK. Let's go to the home page and we will see that how the data forms work and how the consultant input the data under the different revenue forecast. But here we are talking about the actual, so simply we will put the data for the actual ones. Let's refresh it. Why it is not coming? There isn't this in the instance. Let's see it. What is the glitch in the instance? It is not showing any of the form that we have created. Yeah, now it is created. So here we can find a form that we have created so far. That is revenue actuals. We are not able to open it. There is some glitch. That's why it is not coming. Click on the navigator flow. Just go to the form. Here we will check it. The form is already here, but why it is not opening, that's the question. Again, refresh the instance. We have already refreshed the instance, but unfortunately the form is not coming on the data that we have created so far. Let's click on the data again. Yeah, no data display is coming. Again, let's go to the forms. Why it is not coming, we will see it here. So betterly we have given all the information for the different POV as well as the rows and column dimensions, but why it is not coming, that's the question. Yeah, so I can show you from here only. From here also you can put the data like 5000, 6000, 7000, 8000 and 9000. Yeah, so we have just kept the data here. We'll save it again. It is asking me the new form name. So under the revenue and actuals we will give the name that is 1 star. So and the new form name we have given the name the revenue actuals as the 1 star, and we will just click it on the OK, and here we will see it whether the form is coming on the data or not. Let's see it. Refresh the instance once again. I think some issue is there with the instance, that's why it is not coming. Yeah, someone has deleted the application, that's why whatever the change we have made, it was not coming on the form. Again we can create the sample application. So till the application is making and is created, so we can discuss a little bit features of data form. So the first feature we will discuss here, let me open the paint and we will discuss on it. Yesterday as we have discussed the 3 ways to load the data, today we will discuss the data form. Okay, so here we will discuss that what are the features of the data form. What are the features of data form? So there are many features of the data form. We will highlight some few and important features of it. So just discuss one feature, that is adjust. First feature is adjust. So let's get right into the key features. We will start with some of the most useful tools, that is adjust. So first up we have the adjust. This is a great time saver, and imagine you need to increase a travel budget across multiple months by a specific amount or a percentage. Instead of manually changing each cell, the adjust feature lets you do it all at once. So this feature is very useful when you want to see the percentage change under the data. So I can mention it here. So this is a greater time saver, and it enables the users to change and to adjust the data by specific amount or a percentage. it it enables it enables it enables the users to adjust the amount or a percentage or a percentage or a percentage by specific number. So this is the adjust feature that we will see practically once the application would be created. Let's see whether the application is created or not. Just continue this, and we are refreshing the instance. And then the other feature that we have, it is grid speed. So this feature is specifically for the super powerful feature like distributing a single value across multiple periods. Let's say we have an annual budget for the new software or subscription that cost total $12,000. So first let me write that thing. We are talking about the grade spread. We are talking about the grid spread. So under this, it entails and it tells that if we have an annual budget for a new software subscription that costs rupees $12,000, so I can enter $12,000 in the year total cell, and with the grid spread I can choose to spread it evenly across all 12 months, or I can choose a professional spread if some months already have data and I want to distribute the new value based on the existing proportion. You can also use the fill method to apply the same value to the every cell in a range. So it is a tool for distributing a single value across multiple periods. I can mention it. It is a super powerful feature. Super powerful feature. Super powerful feature for distributing a single values across multiple periods. A single value across multiple period. So this feature we have under the data form. So far we have discussed the two main features of the data form, that is edges and the grid spread. So let's check first once again that whether the instance has been created or not. I think it has not been created, so again we will go to the links and we will just check it. We will refresh it again. I think some errors coming while creating the application. Okay. In the meantime, we can discuss the different features of it. The next feature that we have, it is mass allocation. So this feature is also the useful feature uh, and data form. So now for something more advanced, mass allocation is for distributing cost or revenues. I can write it here that mass allocation allocation. Here we have the mass allocation, and mass allocation we can use in distributing. It is used in distributing cost or the revenues costs or the revenue from a source to the multiple destination, from the source to the from the source to the multiple destination, to the multiple destination destination. So here you can find out that we have the different useful tools for data forms. So mass allocation, as we have understand, that it is distributing the cost or the revenues from a source to multiple destination based on the defined rules or the drivers. This is a common requirement for shared costs like IT or the administrative expenses. So an administrative or the administrator sets up to the allocation rules. For example, the total IT budget might be allocated to the different departments based on their headcount. We don't have to manually calculate and enter these numbers. So the system does it for us through a defined business rule. It's a game changer for the complex budget distributions. So the different features that we have under the data form, it is the comments and the annotations. Comments and annotation. Let's check it down. So this is the same feature that we have under the Excel. Whatever the cell or the comments we want to give under any specific cell, we can give under it. So whatever the comments or the administrator wants to review, as well as different users want to enter, they want to raise the questions and they want to give the comments on the different accounts, so they can give the comments on the specific data form as well as the data. So we also have the option of of comments comments and annotations. So what it does, so I can manage it here. So under it, the comments and annotation, data isn't just about the numbers, it's about the story behind the numbers. So that's why we use the comments and the annotation that allows us to add context. You will see a little triangle appear in the corner of a cell when a comment is added. We can use these to explain a sudden spike in expenses or the note and assumption. So annotations are a more formal way to provide the detailed explanations for the things like budget variances. They provide a structure and a way to document the why behind the numbers. So here I can write that it talks about the story behind the numbers. It talks it talks about it talks about it talks about the story behind the numbers, behind the numbers. So here you can see that it talks about the story behind the numbers, whatever the comment the users want to give, so they can directly give to the cells, specific cells. So again we can check it whether the application is created or not. Okay, it is not created so far. We will create it again. Okay, someone is deleting the application. As we know that this application is available to the global users, so it might be the chance of traffic into the instance operations. It might be possible that different users could delete the application. That's why we are not able to work on it. Okay, we can understand the things on the paint, and if it will work, so we will see the changes on the practical instance. So as we have discussed about uh, the different comments and annotation as well as the features that we have, so the next feature we have under the data form, it is log cells. So you might have in doubt that what are the log cells. So sometimes we need to protect our data. The log cell feature is how we do that, and once a cell is logged, its value can't be changed. So this is particularly useful for the final numbers like an approved budget. So an administrator can set up the form to log certain cells automatically, or you can manually log them if you have the right to permissions. So here I can mention it. We have the last feature, that is lock cells. It is concerned with the security and the privacy purpose. So what it exactly defined? So this is particularly useful for the final numbers, and it is for the protection of our data. So this feature is is specific for 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 the protection of our data. So this feature is specifically for the protection of our data. As I have said you that an administrator can set up to the form to log certain cells automatically, or it means you can manually log them if you have the right permissions. So the another features that we have, it is copy version. So copy version we have. So under the copy version, it is also the unique features of the data form. So what it entails, here we will discuss it. So the copy version is a simple but a powerful tool. It lets you to create a new version of your budget by copying data from an existing ones. Let's say our team has completed the initial budget in the working version. Now we want to create a best case scenario. So we can use the copy version features to copy all the data from working to a new best case version. So we don't have to start from the scratch. So this is the main use of this feature, the copy version. So what I can mention it here. So it lets you, so here I can write it that it lets you lets you to create to create a version new version of your budget by copying data budget by copying the data by copying data from the existing ones from the existing ones. Okay, so this is the feature that we have under the data form, and now the last feature we will discuss about it, that is validation rules. It is very much important to know about the business rules, that how the business rules work. So what is business rules? Like, if I want a specific number, or you know I want to calculate something, so absolutely here I will use the business rules. Why business rules? Because here I can put certain formulas or the specific formulas as well as commands under the rules, where you can connect as well as you can attach that business rule with the data form, and automatically you will see on the interface that whatever the business rules that you have created, it will create and calculate it all the data as well as all the numbers from the past historical actuals as well as from the plan actuals. So this is how the business rules work, and how much it is important in doing the planning and forecasting of the organizational financial structure. So validating or the validation of the rules are the business rule that ensures the data you have been entering is correct or not. They act as a built-in quality control system. So before that, before validation rules, we have also talked about the business rules. So here we are talking about the validation rules. I think some glitch is there in the instance, that's why it is not creating, and it is created so far. So let's talk about the different thing that we have. So we have the different thing. So here we have the validating rule. So here we have the validation of the rules. It is the last feature of data form. Validation rules. So under it we have the different things, and what it works, that validation rules are the business rules that ensures that data you have or you are entering is correct or not. So here I can mention it, that validation rule are the powerful business rules are the powerful business rules that ensures the data you are entering is correct. Rules that ensure that data you are entering is correct. So this is how the validation rules works. Let's again see it. Unfortunately, we are not able to create the application. There could be some glitch under the application. That's why it is not created. Again and again it is showing the same page. Okay, so the last one that we have, it is action menus. So the last feature, it is action menus. So what the action menu is? So action menus talks about the customizable options. So we have the customizable options under it. So let's mention it on the board. That it talks about the customizable menus that appear when you right click on the cell, that appear when you right click on the cell and the cell. So this is the main thing that defines the action menus. So they can be configured to perform the specific tasks. An action menu can be set up to run the business rule, open another form, or launch a report. For example, you could have a menu option to calculate a budget based on driver, like the number of employees, or to jump to a more detailed form for a specific expense. So this is how the action menus work, and we have the several and different options under the action menus. Let's see some of the action menus options. First one is edit form. Edit form. Another option that we have under the action menu, it is validating the rule. Even we have the options to launch the rule. Launch, even rather we would say launching the rule. Launching the rule. Even we can also open that specific form. Even we can also open that specific form in the smart view. So we have the specific options under it that open the form in the smart view. Open the form in smart smart view. So we have the action menus and how it works. So we have the three main options, that is edit form, launching the rule, and open in the smart form, as well as in the smart view. So let's see whether it has been created or not. It will take some time to create the application, and we will see here whether it is created or not. So here we will see that what is also the use of smart form in the data form and how it will create. Okay, there is some glitch in the application, so it is not created. Let's again see the use of a smart form. The use of a smart form. What is a smart form? Because we have the option of a smart form under the smart view for a specific connection of the data form. So what it is, we will see it here. So a smart form are a special type of data form that bridge the gap between the structured web-based forms in Oracle PBCS and the powerful ad hoc analysis capabilities of the Oracle Smart View for the Office. So a smart form is essential an ad hoc grid that has been saved from the Smart View back to the PBCS application. What makes it smart? You might have in doubt that why instance has given the name the smart form. What is the smart or the advanced features on it? So smart is why because its ability to retain and execute business calculation, grid labels, and the other Excel specific formatting that use the standard web forms that don't support. So here I can mention it. Here I can mention it that what is a smart form. So it bridges the gap between the structured web based forms and the powerful ad hoc analysis. It it bridges the gap between the structured web based forms and the powerful ad hoc analysis and the powerful ad hoc ad hoc analysis. So this is how it works. And if I talk about its features, so it is Excel formulas and the business calculation. So this is the most significant advantage of the smart forms. Like an administrator can add Excel formulas directly into the grid, like sum, average, or if statements. So that's how we use the smart form for the data form to load the data. Even in the smart view, the formulas are calculated by the Excel's engine, making the form highly dynamic and the interactive. So we also have the different significant like of smart form under it, like grid labels, ad hoc analysis, and the preserves empty rows. So this is how the smart form work in the data form. Actually, unfortunately, the instance was not working. That's why I was bound to teach you these all concepts in the paints. Otherwise, we could have done these all things practically in the instance itself, but I think some issues was there. So, tomorrow we will try to cover these all concepts practically if it is possible, because we also have to do the different concepts tomorrow. But I will try to complete these concepts tomorrow in the instance if it will work smoothly. So thank you for watching this session. If you have any doubts, so you can ask me on the comments without any hesitation. Thanks for watching this session.